Welcome to this video where I'm going to show you how to use AI ChatGPT to plan your route somewhere. So you may have been in this situation before and you may think it's probably pretty obvious that you can use AI to plan a route, but I didn't, and just want to kind of show you the process I went through. So I was travelling from York to Cambridge, so I added that in. And you can see there that I now have a route, and I wanted to know where I could stop off. So I was looking for service stations. I had a look here and I had explore Cambridge, and I was like, okay, what else have I got? Options. Wasn't really kind of helping me. I was thinking, right, so where do I stop? That's petrol stations in Cambridge. That's not really what I want. So I pressed options. Could I find anything? No, not really. Right click on the map. Nothing there. Right click on the route. Nothing there. So I was trying to find where, I could stop off. Petrol, search along the route. Oh, okay, so there is a search along the route and I can find something like a service station. Okay, so click in service station, and here we go. I've got the service stations here, but it doesn't really tell me much about the service station or where it is. I've just kind of got a rough indication along the way. So then I thought to myself, well, hang on a minute, if I know the route I'm going, potentially I can work out using AI whereabouts these service stations are. So before I did that, I went over to the AA route planner and I did the same thing. I'm going from York and I'm going to Cambridge. Spell it right, and I plan my route, and then I have options to void. No, okay, but again, not really that helpful. So I thought, right, I'm definitely going to use AI to see if this can help me. So I went to ChatGPT, although other AIs are available, and I said list all the service stations on the A1. The A1 being because this is the main drag down here once you got off the A64 out of York coming down here. So actually the route down to Cambridge is quite nice. A1 most of the way. Then it goes into the A14, you pick up the A11. And by the time you get to the A14, you're about potentially 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, depending on traffic, out of Cambridge city centre. So the A1 is what I really wanted. Okay, so here is a list. Okay, so this is quite clever because it picked up that my previous request was about Python, and it still thinks it's in Python. So let's start a new chat. Here we go. List all the service stations on the A1. Here we go. So it creates a list, and I thought that's quite useful, but again, it's the whole of the A1. And you can see Scotland in there, and that's obviously not suitable for me. So I decided to edit that, and can you list the service stations between York and Cambridge via the A1 and A14. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so that's quite good, but maybe not presented in the most accessible way. And I don't know if you know this already, but ChatGPT can actually create tables of this. So can you create this information as a table, please? I always say please and thank you to AI, just in case when they come to take over and destroy us, it remembers me and doesn't destroy me. Okay, so this is now something better, isn't it, we can use. So I've got Wetherby, Ferrybridge, Blythe, Grantham, Peterborough, Cambridge. Now let's pretend we were travelling from Cambridge back up north. I can ask it to reverse the list, reverse the order. Okay, so if you were travelling north to south or south to north or east to west, you can ask it to reverse. And I thought, okay, this is really useful now. So I know that the first services from Cambridge are going to be on the A14 junction 28, and the next set of services are the A1 A14 junction near Huntington, and then I've got Grantham and so on. And then I started thinking about, well, obviously if I'm in the car and I've got this list, that doesn't really translate into a distance. So what I did next was ask the AI to include the distance between them. Can you include the distance between each station, please? Okay, so now I have an approximation miles. Cambridge station's 20, Peterborough station's 40, 40 for Grantham, Blythe, 15 Wetherby. Obviously by the time you get to Wetherby, you're at the top. Can you include the distance from Cambridge? Because at the minute I think what we've got is the distance between each of them. And what we want is the distance from Cambridge, so I can then roughly plan how long. This is approximation. Okay, so this is better now. So I know that the Peterborough station service stations are approximately 50 miles away from Cambridge, and the next service stations after that are 40 miles away, so Grantham North. So if I'm thinking of stopping and I'm like, okay, I'll just carry on at 52 miles an hour, 52 miles to the next service station, I can actually see that I've got 40 miles to go, which is really quite useful. Let's see if you can include the time. Can you include the time between each station, please? So there we go. We have the approximate time, the distance from Cambridge, 20 to 30 minutes, 20 minutes between each one. Really helpful compared to what I had on here or what I couldn't get on there. And then what I can do is copy, and I can go into Word. And again, if you haven't used tables, you might find that tables don't always work too well in Word. So you can paste and you get that, which isn't good. So what I prefer to do is copy the whole thing like this, right click, copy it, go into Word, right click, and you can paste this one, and then select, and then if you go to table, that's not done it how it normally does. So you've got this as a table now, and you can just tidy it up. It's not perhaps as clear as it normally is for some reason, but if you go to insert table, convert text to a table, number of columns, start to tidy it up a little bit. Normally it's quite good at putting in altogether, but for some reason it hasn't. Your other option is to do a screenshot. You can do print screen and then paste that in as well. Or take a screenshot, crop it down. But if you're on your phone, then you've already got the image you already sorted. So that's a really good way, really fast way to plan your route. You can obviously put other places to stop, places to stay. You've got the distance between each service station, which I know for some people they like to know if they want to stop off or use the toilet at the facilities. If you're meeting somebody, you've got a rough time, how long you're going to be there. So if I am at Grantham, I've stopped off there, I can say that it's going to be about another 60 to 75 minutes before I hit Blythe, and therefore, if someone's meeting me there or doing a drop off or pick up, then you can plan that. So AI, ChatGPT in this example, really great way to plan your journey. Let me know if you use it and any of the features you come up with, any experiences you have with it. Put them in the chat and I'll potentially feature them in a video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.